The topic here is applications of derivatives and the marginal analysis. So let's do example 1. Example 1 says the cost of producing teddy bears per day at the Cuddly Companion Co. is given by C of x is equal negative 0.001x squared plus 40x plus $100. So question A says find the marginal cost of the function. Find the marginal cost function. So by definition, the marginal cost function is the derivative of the cost function. In other words, they're asking us to find the derivative of the cost, which is, it's a simple derivative, it's a polynomial. So 2 times negative 0.001 will be negative 0.002x plus derivative of 40x is just 40. Derivative of 100 is 0. And you're done, and the unit here will be dollars per item. For question B, it says use the marginal cost function to estimate the cost of producing 101st teddy bear. Now here we need to look at the definition. The definition is right here. We interpret C prime of x, or the derivative of the cost of x, as the approximate cost of one more item. In other words, C prime of 100 will be the approximate cost of the one more item is the cost of 101st item, right? So in other words, they're asking us to find, so the cost of 101st teddy bear, let me write teddy bear, it's almost equal to the derivative, or C prime of 100. Now how do we find C prime of 100? Just plug it into the derivative, plug it into x. If you do that, you get negative 0.002 times 100 plus 40, which is almost equal to, if you use a calculator, you're going to get $39.8. So this is the answer. This is just the approximate cost. Now for C, we want to find the exact cost, right? So in other words, we want to find the exact cost of the 101st teddy bear. And that's the formula for that is the cost of the first 101 teddy bears minus the cost of 100 bears. This way we'll be left with just the 101st. How do we do this? Let's do it here. Cost of 101st teddy bear is equal. The cost of 101 means we need to plug in 101 into the original function right here, the original one. So it's a negative 0.001 times 101 squared minus 40 times 101 plus 100. That's just C of 101. Now we need to do minus, and then we need to do C of 100. Again, we got to plug in 100 into the original function, to the cost function, right here. Right here. And if you do that, you'll get negative 0.001 times 100 squared plus 40 times 100 plus 100. Now just use a calculator. This will be equal to 4129.799 minus, and this will be 4,090, and that will be equal to $39.799. So this is the exact cost, and you can check. I mean, if you compare it to the approximation, it's almost the same. Now for question D, we need to find the average cost function, and by definition the average cost function is equal to the cost divided by x, which is the number of items. So the cost is negative, cost function is negative 0.001x squared plus 40x plus 100. So we divide this one by x. Now all we need to do is simplify it. So negative 0.001x squared over x plus 40x over x plus 100 over x. So this x goes with this x, one x goes with this one. So you get negative 0.001x plus 40 plus 100 over x. So this is the average cost function. Now for question E, we need to find the average cost of 100 teddy bears. All we do is plug it into the average cost. If we do that, we get negative 0.001 times 100 plus 40 plus 100 divided by 100. So we need to use a calculator. If we use a calculator, and this is, by the way, yes, and this is, if we use a calculator, we're supposed to get 40.9. Now for the interpretation, what does this mean? This means if 100 teddy bears are produced, then each teddy bear cost the manufacturer an average of $40.9 to manufacture. What else? Yep, and that's it for this example.